There we go. Sorry it took so long for the webcam to pop up. So, welcome to the Dark Light Podcast. This is the extension of Dark Light Gaming. Extension of the YouTube channel, Dark Light Gaming. Today, we got a bunch of good news, even though my beard looks all fuzzy wuzzy. You know, gotta get the clip trimmed up a little bit. But anyway, we got a lot of stuff to get into today. It's gonna be more. What we got today for the podcast is more Marvel and Sony extended Spider-Man deal. uh, More about the Yu Hakusho live action series that Netflix is doing. Then we got more Cyberpunk news, more stuff on that. Then we also have news on the Among Us move to the Xbox Game Pass for PC, which means it's pretty much coming to the Xbox consoles. Is it going to be coming to the PS4? And another thing, we're going to be watching some trailers. I was going to do a movie review today, but I'm going to save that for probably Sunday because I'm going to watch multiple movies and I'm going to give all my thoughts on the movies. So, now, if you guys would love to, please follow me on the YouTube, where I do a lot of anime reactions, trailer reactions. I do put some of my Twitch stuff on that. Well, I'm going to start doing that. So, hopefully everything works out. Everything looks good. You can also, if you wish to, you can catch me on Discord if you would like, where you can really get in touch with me whenever I'm not streaming or whenever I'm not uploading YouTube videos. But hey, lately everything has been pretty much a busy week. So, but hopefully everything is going well. Let me make sure my alerts and all of that have went through. So, let's get into the first information that we have. As we have gotten about a day ago, we've been getting more news on the Marvel and Sony deal. There's a new deal that has come to contact because we have had a lot of stuff being brought to us of actors, actresses returning and all that to Spider-Man 3. Now, back then we've been wondering if Marvel, I think that was back in September, when we were wondering if Marvel and Sony is gonna strike a new deal because their deal ended with well, we were waiting for the Spider-Man, 3 movie. Then a situation happened where Disney felt like they should go 50-50 with the finances and all of that, which everything is about money. And so it got to a point where they ended up, Sony decided to end the deal. Now we are at a point where we have pretty much a opportunity here where there's another deal that has been struck. So, as you can see here on CBR.com, Marvel and Sony may have extended their Spider-Man deal. So they've been going back and forth. I guess now that Sony pretty much got what they wanted in trying to create their live action Spider-Verse with the Spider-Man 3 movie, which I don't feel like Marvel was gonna go in that direction. But the movie is due to come out December 21st, I believe, 2021. So now we get a chance. So they've been trying to create the Sinister Six and everything, but Marvel pretty much Marvel and Sony pretty much struck a deal, and they struck a deal to the point where which they never really fully gave us exactly what there was going on, but they are pretty much in for another set of three movies, which is a good thing. You know, ain't no telling where they're gonna go with it. They're doing a lot of standalone movies and a lot of opportunities where if it's not standalone, they're probably gonna add him to other movies to create like the Young Avengers or something like that, and he's gonna take on and be the leader. As you can see here on, we got this covered for pretty much Sony and Marvel reportedly make a new deal for three more Spider-Man movies. It's it looks like it's gonna be fun. So let's see what we can read into. The unique arrangement between Sony and Marvel Studios over the use of Spider-Man was huge and unexpected when it was first announced, and always felt a little tenuous. After all, the web slinger is arguably the most marketable commodity Sony had at their disposal, and they were set to lose out on a lot of revenue by striking a deal with Kevin Feige and his team. So pretty much what I am looking at, there's a lot to pretty much go along with it. Uh, Spider Man pretty much gets a chance to stay in Marvel. Ooh, that looks weird. Of the top notch Spider Man that's supposed to show up in Spider Man 3, I really want to know how that's going to work. Um, I really want to know how that's going to work. A lot of them are probably going to make small cameos. I hope Sam Raimi's version of Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, give that one famous line that Ben gave his uncle Ben gave to him. I hope so. I believe so. We will see. But yeah, so we got Spider-Man and Marvel for another three movies. Now, I wonder, I don't think they explained that they're gonna be in their own movie. He's gonna have his own few movies, but I think they are. From what I'm reading, oh, okay, yeah, they will reportedly lead to another Spider-Man trilogy, focusing on the title hero's college years. Oh, okay, so we pretty much got a lot of another three standalone movies, which is what everybody's been waiting for. So this will be fun and interesting. So that mean would this whole Spider-Man 3 kind of change a lot of stuff? Bring in Jonah Jameson? Would he be working for the what was that, the newspaper, to be as his photographer, or would he find another job, a different job? Because we know Marvel has the opportunity to always kind of change up the story. They might not stick with him doing what he used to do. Then again, they might change it up. I don't know. There's always possibilities on that aspect. So let's pray, hope, and believe. Even though I believe in Marvel, Sony I do not believe in. So, all righty. Going into the next news. Here on comicbook.com. If you haven't heard by now, you should be hearing it now. Don't be scared of Netflix's Yu Yu Hakusho live action series. Now, yes, Netflix is creating a live action Yu Yu Hakusho, one of my top 20 animes of all time. Now, I am really, really nervous on that aspect because live action anime hasn't really did too good. Even though I enjoy Black Butler and I enjoy Bleach, but hey, this is pretty much going to be weird. So then there was supposed to be a live action One Piece. I haven't really kept up with that or understand if that's been doing any good or if that's in production or anything. I do not know. I haven't did any research on that, so forgive me on that part. So, but yeah, looking at is how reading on this, Yoshihiro Tagashi's Yu Yu Hakusho is the perfect anime and manga franchise for a live action series. So you shouldn't be scared of Netflix's new take on the franchise, while live action adaptations have understandably developed a poor reputation among fans. There are less reason to be concerned with their development anymore. It's the same for Netflix's line of projects as well. Because while they have had a trouble of notable failures in terms of direct adaptation, there are also a number of successful live action series that manage to keep the spirit of the original series alive. What is going to matter most is the team behind the new series. Now, to be honest with you, I am nervous about it. I'm just gonna play it that way. I'm really just nervous because I don't believe that I had to make sure to stop that. I ain't know that was going on. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really nervous about it because you're going to do a series, a 30-minute show, a 1 hour show. How long is this series of live actions gonna be? You got to get everybody right. You got to get Kuwabara, Yusuke Urameshi, Hiei, Karama. You got to, and depending on what arc are you going to use? Are you going to use the demon arc, the demon tournament, or what? Are you just going to use the? I know you're gonna probably gonna start off from the whole origin story. You know how you skate died and become the detective specialist and all that. What happened to him? I know you, but see, now you're gonna come in contact that you're gonna need help with the style of how should I put it, the actor. You got to get the cast right for him. You're not that close. That means there's a lot to be going on with this. But let's continue read. Netflix has announced they will be developing a live action series for Yu Yu Hakusho, and the initial detail for the new project revealed it will be produced by those who have worked on several Netflix original anime releases such as Agasuko, Devilman Crybaby, and more. And more. Honestly, a live action take on the franchise is probably the best alternative considering the anime is kind of untouchable at this point. Still, I'm a little nervous. I'm really nervous. Wow, Yoshihiro Takahashi notably burned himself out toward the end of Yu Yu Hakusho's run. The anime fared better when it came to the finale. Yeah, both ended in an abrupt manner, but the anime is often looked upon as one of the best action anime series of all time, regardless of what language you watch it in. Yeah, it is one of the best series, and there's no point of no buts ends about that. So, but it's really weird to say a live action Yu Yu Hakusho. So I mean, you got to do everything. Kuwabara Spirit Sword, Urameshi's um spirit gun, spirit shotgun. Are you gonna throw in the Toguro brothers? Are you gonna bring in Hiei's darkness flames? Are you gonna use Karama's nine tails transformation? There is so much with this. If you gonna continue with the story, or if you gonna make uh your own storyline. And I don't know, you gonna do a live action, 30 minutes in a series? I have my doubts. I have my doubts. I really do. I have my doubts. So we will see. Hopefully Netflix don't jack this up. I mean, Netflix has pretty much done a lot. They're trying to bring an Assassin's Creed movie, even though I don't know when that's gonna go into production because all they did was show a logo. There's a lot of stuff Netflix be doing. Maybe they should just, if they could do their own, well, they probably can't do their own brand because they would have to literally buy the property to restart the whole series. But hey, who knows? We will see. We will see. Now, moving right along to we've been getting a lot of news on pretty much CJ CD. I said CJ CD Project Red and this Cyberpunk. It's it's been well known lately, and I mean extremely well known. As you can see here, Microsoft offers Cyberpunk 2077 refund for all digital sales, but it's not pulling the game. Because just as of yesterday, Sony pulled it from their PlayStation Network, or PSN. So you cannot find it on their systems at all. This game has come out to be the biggest bust. And it is actually funny to me because of they was just doing some bragging some months before go about The Last of Us Part 2 being delayed, and they were trying to, make a decently good game, get the aspects and the get all the everything fixed. Trying to bring out a perfect game. And not too long ago, this is what CD Project Red did. Now they went through multiple delays. Now this game is pretty much sucks balls, like literally. Now Sony has done this thing to the point where Sony is refunding people's money. If you bought it digitally, they're gonna refund your money. If you pretty much don't want it, uh, yes, I'm one of those victims. I got my money back. I bought it. I even pre-ordered it, and once it was released, once I started playing it, I had a bunch of frame rates drops. Bunch of time my game just dropped. Lag was an issue. It kind of by my PS4 being an older system because I don't have a Slim or a Pro. My fans have been revving it up, and that is actually bad. It didn't. There's been time my game crashed. So this game has been very unplayable, and it seems like it's hitting worldwide. Now that Sony is doing it, Xbox decided to do the same thing. So that is bad for the company. Then another thing, let's see, another thing that makes it bad on that part, their stocks. Look at this, y'all. CD Project founders lost $1 billion over Cyberpunk's disastrous launch. That to be honest with you, they probably still have some money in this because sales was good at first at a good point in time, so they can probably make that money up. Um, in a way, I plan not to get back into it because once I upgrade to a PS5, all these new games that's getting ready to come out in 2021, I probably wouldn't even too much care about because they care about this game because once the patches hit, this game will probably be close to 200 gigabytes, maybe over, because right now it's at 130 plus, I believe, in gigabytes. Once it, because once it first released, it took 100 gigabytes. Then the first patch was 20 to 25 gigabytes, I believe. And then you also had another. No, I think that's it. There's probably gonna be a future patch where it's gonna probably take another 20. I mean, this game is terrible, unplayable. Um, this is at a point where it really sucks for CD Project Red because those guys, you can see the potential from the the little bit I was able to play. You can see the potential. But for some reason, I definitely can't talk because I'm so country. But yeah, you can see the potential. You can see the hard work they put into the game. But it seemed like their mind was mostly focused on PCs, uh PS5 and Xbox Series X and Stadia. Because I've heard people saying on Stadia runs well. Even though who plays Stadia? PCs, people saying they get bugs, but they really haven't had too much going on. Few people have said it has uh crashed a couple of times. There's also been times where I know a streamer, he said it has crashed on him, made the game fairly unplayable, which is kind of bad at a point. But there's really not much you can do with it. I mean, ooh. So this game, I don't know. I mean, for us, the devs, I hope the people that worked on this game still get their bonuses, get their money, because this was pretty much over their head of people wanting this game to be released and released early before it was way finished. As big as this game is, they should have they should have waited. They should have waited. I hate that it had to pretty much start this long drive, but now it it had to take one company to do this, and I guarantee you, every other company is probably not going to do this. If they recently release a new game, they're gonna probably make sure those smaller bugs are okay to the point where it won't take away from the gaming experience, but they're gonna make sure and check for all the biggest bugs in there. Biggest bugs, because there's this game, you have cars flying out of nowhere, you have pixelated people, polygon people, and it's terrible, man. It's really terrible. Shoot, there's even a point when I was playing, I couldn't move move on with the story because of the situation where um something happened with the character, what's going on with the character, and he wouldn't allow me to carry on the storyline. So I mean, yeah, it's terrible. It's very terrible. Um, but yeah, like I said, I hope that those devs still get their opportunity, still get their money for it. Their stocks. Look at this. Cyberpunk 27 gets pulled from the PlayStation Store, and CDPR stock plummets. I mean, that's bad. Now they apologize for it, uh, but this is gonna have this is gonna probably put me at a point where, how should I put it? Uh, it's gonna make me worry, we're wary of the next game they come out with. Uh, because now it's like, are they gonna rush whatever game that they're possibly trying to set up for the future? Are they going to push it even more, get it out, or will they just not pay attention to it. I mean, because there's gonna be a lot of work to be done if they're gonna bring out another game. Because there's already a lot of work gonna have to be to fix this game. It might be until summer of next year when they completely done with getting most of those bugs out for the last gen, not the new gens, the last gen, the PS4s, Slim Pro, and regular PlayStation, and for the Xbox One, and Xbox One S. Um, but truth be told, if I get a PS5, I'm probably not gonna play it because you're probably saying maybe over 200 gigabytes. That's like Call of Duty uh gigabytes. They bring in patches, they bring in updates, and I'm pretty much at a point where I'm not gonna even waste my time with the game. I will whoever finishes the game, uploads it to YouTube or streams it. I'm probably just watch their stream. It's like I'm having fun through them. I'm playing the game through them. But yeah, this is probably gonna have other companies looking at them, using them as the first, as like once a meeting start, they put on a bullet board. Pop. We do not want to be like these guys. CDPR. We want to get our games functional, whether it's small increments of bugs in it. We don't want to make sure that it's on point. Because I still believe no matter how this game looks to other companies, they're still going to probably put out unfinished work. But there's probably going to be small bugs to the point where the game is still playable, not unplayable like this game here. And I know a lot of people are probably at a point where they don't want to know this news or anything like that, or hear too much about it because you're probably going to hear this for a good few days. But like I said, I do hope and pray that the developers, the people that worked on this game, they still get their bonuses and all of that, because this has been probably one of the most gruesome thing to see, to be honest with you. This is very gruesome. So, moving right along into another gaming news. Y'all love that game Among Us. I love it. Do y'all? You're sus. Among Us launches on Xbox Game Pass for PC. Will come to Xbox consoles in 2021. Boy, this group, this team, they are doing monster stuff here on IGN. Boy, they're starting to explain some news on the Among Us community. As you can see here, this is extremely good, man. I mean, extremely lovable. So that means sooner or later it's gonna come to the PlayStation, which I hope, and I would love to see how it works. A mobile game works with Xbox. We know it's on now. Right now, they just put it on uh the Nintendo Switch because my son has it on the Nintendo Switch Lite. So those guys have turned this game into probably the biggest game of 2020. Well, late 2020, because it really didn't start getting big to late, probably. I can't tell you exactly which month. That would be stupid on my part. But yes, this game has become very, very, very monstrous. I'm actually at a point where I enjoy it. And I'm gonna probably continue to enjoy it. Um, but yes, I would love to see how this works on consoles, complete Xbox and PlayStation. I hope everybody's actually hyped for this as I am, because I would love to play this with other people. It's kind of hard to, because I don't have an up and running PC. How you doing there, Rami? Hope you're doing good, buddy. Doing a little bit of podcasting today. Giving out some news on some Spider-Man and Marvel deal. Talk about a little bit of CD Project Red's stock falling. A lot of that stuff. I know you probably been hearing about it. Now, if you're a big fan of Among Us, it's coming to Xbox. Hopefully, sooner or later it comes to PS4. Also, oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. Slice your thumb. Ooh. Now I'm actually like, I was thinking about getting me a drone. Now I'm like, nope. I might just accidentally cut off my whole thumb. Well, if you are a fan of anime, Yu Yu Hakusho is getting a live action on Netflix, which I'm at a point where I do not believe that's going to work out. I don't think that's going to work out too well. We have had some bad live action anime. Even though Bleach and the Black Bullet series was cool. Nah, man. Just doing a little recalibrating. I mean, I understand, man. I know it's safe. It's just the way some people mishandle that. I see you mishandle that pretty bad. Trying to do a little calibrating with your hand and stuff. But man, I hope it heals up for you, and so you get right back into playing some video games. So, yes, now let's get back into the podcast. Now we're gonna get into some movie trailers. Haven't been keeping up with my trailers and stuff. There's movies that's been coming out. Haven't had opportunity to watch any of them. Well, I watched a few, but never did any reactions to it. So here on Movie Source Trailers. Well, movie trailer source. I always spin those two up. I get some good ones here. Let's get some good ones. Now, there's a couple that I want to see. I've seen all the Marvel stuff, but I'm actually at a point where I want to see this Wrong Turn trailer.
Do you know what we wouldn't have found if we would have stayed on the trail? The waterfall, the cliff. What is that? Oh my God!
I saw someone. I saw someone. My country 'tis of thee.
It's a story people know but don't talk about. Except in whispers, like a ghost story.
Sweet land of liberty.
We don't bother them. And they don't bother us.
Of thee I sing.
But anyone who goes up there, what is this place?
Guys!
They don't come back.
Well, from my point of view of looking at this, yep,
Happened before.
looks like you was right, Rami.
Pilgrim's pride.
Descendants of these people are
So basically, it
still
looks
living
like
up
it's still
there
a
in the
carry
country.
on the story.
said they would be the foundation on which a new nation would be built.
From every mound, let freedom ring.
When are they gonna ever learn? Yep, Ramen, you was 110% correct. It's a remake, but it's pretty much like it's still carrying on the legacy. We are what, about 6 or 7 of those movies in? That is actually stupid, to be very honest with you. You're 6 or 7 movies in, and you want to do another remake, or should I say, just carry on the story? Because that's pretty much exactly what they're doing. They're still trying to carry it on. Stop. That must say how long? What year did they say? Say about 2012. Bruh, that let you know it has been a long time since 2003. So you talking about this is 17 years later. That's stupid. That's really stupid. But I don't know. We will have to see how this movie goes. Well, I guess that's the end of that. So, hope you guys enjoyed that podcast. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to start up, get ready to probably start up my gaming section of the stream. This was really fun and really good. Like I said, this is probably my second time doing a podcast and trying to learn the ropes, figure things out here and there. Uh, I will probably come up with my movie reviews Sunday. Stay tuned for that. Movie review for Greenland. The Possessor. Hopefully I can get to the Monster Hunter. Hopefully. I want to take a chance with certain things, but still want to try to at least see how that goes, because I'm hearing a lot of people call that a dumpster fire. So, but I will be right back. Got to set up to make sure my streaming stuff works. So, give me a good hot minute.